Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I am slightly late. I did say I was going to stream it about 30 minutes ago, but I was busy trying to catch up on the news, particularly the stuff that I was um, wanted to make sure that um, I was caught up on the news that a lot of the NCOs were chatting about at work, which is basically that EPBs are dropped. So now, but now we're good to go. All right. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Commissar Hecht, and welcome, welcome, welcome. No, another Warhammer painting stream. Oh, actually, let me publish that real quick, and let me make sure that we're actually streaming. I can hear the alto baritone voice of our dear Lord Commissar. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. You really are. Oh, did I make you I did make you a moderator on Twitch as well. Oh, just get to the stream real quick. Make sure that YouTube is going. Uh-oh, hold on. Yes, yes, Chicky. Wait, what? You're taking my desk. Go back to Mama. You need to be sleeping. I don't know what she was saying. The tubes of yore are working well. Ah, good, good, good. I'm glad that the tubes of yore are working well. Sorry, my daughter wanted to chat with me real quick. I don't know what. I still don't understand what she was trying to say, but that's okay. What she was trying to say, but oh, there we go. All right, and let's promote the channel real quick. I'll be back with food. Oh no, go right ahead. Take do what you need to do. Nice. Hello, 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 Johnny. How are you? Also, Johnny, you are now a VIP of the channel. So you get a little bit more benefits. You actually get a little badge and whatnot, and it's not like a It's not like a moderator or whatnot. Although if you wanted to moderate, that's fine too. You just got to talk to me about that. Um, but yeah, we're just waiting for the tea to boil and whatnot, and I think we're done with all the arms. I'm actually going to inspect them real quick and make sure that those are good to go. Because basically, what we need to do, okay, what we need to do for this particular stream, I don't think I'm ready for moderator duty yet. I'm just saying, like, if that ever interested you, you just need to let me know and we can make it happen. Simple as that. Um, um, because Russ is a really good moderator, and he's a good one. You know, in another timeline, we'd both be in Boston right now. I know. It's Saturday night. It's Saturday. It's 12 o'clock. It's actually 12. It's 12:08. It's midnight 8 Saturday night. So at least I'd figure hanging out with you tonight. You know what, dude? You're awesome, man. I appreciate it. Little dose of nostalgia. Just hit hit the dose of nostalgia real quick. Ah. But honestly, I wouldn't have asked to spend it with any other with fine people. Russ is a lovely individual. Johnny are a lovely individual. I mean, anyone who watches the channel shows they're lovely people. Where's that be my second or third song right now? I never was fashionably late. I was always on time or early. Okay. All right. So today, this is what we're gonna do. We are going to try and finish all of these guardsmen, and I really want to because all we just have to do is the guns, which is just little bits of silver. The uniforms, which I think I've already did most of it, and it was always great you seeing the usual suspects at opening. Yeah, I know. One day I shall return, glorious and amazing. And hopefully we bring more people. Hopefully we bring more people. Gin up enough excitement and get everyone coming to see. Go to Aresia. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, okay, all right. While I'm looking and proofing, making sure that we've done everything. I think if I could have like the perfect Aresia, it would be the entire Discord community. Um, Going to Aresia, you spinning, and we spin until we drop. That would be my perfect. Like obviously, like if cash wasn't like cash wasn't an issue, all that stuff, we'd go to Aresia. I'd have all the Discord community, everybody, including all the people that are offline, right? They'd all be able to have the opportunity to go. Some of the old. Oh yeah, Dave, Kitty, a lot of them, a lot of them. Like a lot of the old crew. Um, you know, JD, JD. That'd be I'd like a lot of the old crew, almost all of the old crew, and just like that would be perfect. Oh my God, that would be amazing. That would be an Aresia for the ages. It still makes me smile sometimes when I remember Kitty bouncing 5 feet into the air when I put Super Shooter by Rip Slime. Well, and then who was it? You played a Japanese song too, because it was like, if I remember correctly, it was like yata yata yata, and then I can't remember it, but it started with yata yata, which in Japanese is like wow or hooray, you know. It's like saying yeah, kind of a thing. Um, really really cool. I remember that one, and she was that was the name of the song. Okay, all right. I just couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if it was the name of the song or if it actually had like a more sophisticated name than that. But yeah, it was Yata by Greenleaves. Yeah, she when you played that song, oh my God, did she clear the dance floor? Oh my Lord, you couldn't stop her. You couldn't stop her. You couldn't stop her at all. There was nothing you could do to convince her otherwise. All right. Yes, we're not gonna use the sergeant's machine gun. I mean, because I don't want to be using Katie actual. Well, I'll be using Cadians is probably the rules, but if you've never seen the video for Yata, look it up. It's hilarious. It's a if I remember correctly, it's a bunch of half naked or almost all naked men. I believe it was in Greenleaf's diapers too. Yep, you remember correctly. And more importantly, it was half naked. It was half naked men in green leaf diapers, or green leaf panties, and they were all distinguished Japanese men, quote unquote. All right, silver I think is the order of the day because I think we did finally get all of the. Oh no, we didn't. Damn it. That's okay. You know what? Mistakes are made and mistakes can be fixed. Uh, they were so silly, but they were so cinnamon roll pure it didn't come across as creepy at all. Silly as heck, yes. I never thought it was creepy. I thought it was kind of like, oh, there's the tea. Tea time. Sorry. I'm, I'm just specifying for folks that haven't has seen it. It sounds creepy from an outside perspective. At least it sounds creepy, but it really makes well into YMCA. In terms of thematic, it had good energy. Yeah, it really did. It really did have good energy. Sorry about that. I'm just waiting for my tea to steep. All right. Okay. We are going to listen to some tunes while I paint. Um, I don't have an Aresia playlist. It's on my old iPod. I need to transfer that over. Let me tell you, Aresia playlists never leave home without them. One that was painstakingly and faithfully recreated from the, I want to say it was the 2006 or 2007 Johnny Zed version. Russ, have you been to any conventions? Are you a con goer? Was that something that strikes you as something that's in your fancy? Oh, you went to go get food. That's right. All right. Screw it. I think I got some dance music that is Regia proper. There we go. There's a good one. high for my life. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love. Your love. I can't see you anymore. Hi, Maze! Lady Maze, how are you? Thank you for the lurk. The same love. Everything's wrong. Hi, call alive. You tonight need your love. Need your love. Can I ever find you now? Cause I never breaking out. You were alone. Trying to fight the fear. I know I'm not that strong. So helpless here. Wash my eyes and feel with fear. Can't really feel the same. Hold me in your arms again. So high, I fall alive. I need you to be free with you tonight. I need your love. I need your love. Angel eyes open. I need your love. I need your time. Things wrong, I make it right. I feel so high, alive, be free. Ah, things I've lost. I start to tremble out to sea. Out the window tonight. Lose myself tonight. You me by your side. Lose myself tonight. If I lose myself tonight, it'll be you and I. Tonight. Know how to see. It'll be you and I. Myself tonight. So the breeze in. Feeling. Oh, such good tunes! Oh, I'm listening to Ilium right now. Reaching. Beautiful creatures. Feeling. Oh, there's gravity. Every radius. But you know their hearts as they guess. We got monsters in our closet. Got a reason, but we lost it. No protection. Falling through the night. Through the night. If love was a lie, why do we need it? It's where we're alive, falling to pieces. Fight like lions, howl at the moon. Soon be flying, still go to the truth. Life's no light, beautiful creatures. As love which is way thin. So there's lives that's wasted. Yes, I know straight off the past. Now we know the weight of. We got monsters in our closets, not a reason, but we lost it. No direction, rolling through the night, through the night. If love is a lie, then why do we need it? Abstract life, falling to pieces. Fight like lions, howl at the moon. Should flying, so we bury the truth. Life's a ride, beautiful pictures. Beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures. Oh. Hey Russ, I was gonna say, Russ, have you ever gone to a convention before? Like, is that something that you would do? Not so quick, impromptu. Oh no, impromptu piano concerts are amazing. I've been to Comic Con in Australia. Were you ever in cosplay? Other war games cons in Australia as well. Okay, all right. I didn't know if you did do the convention circuits. Alas, no cosplay. That's okay. That's all right. Oh, speaking about tea, let me go get mine. I'd like to, but all my friends are chicken. Well, so what I was before I go get my tea, what I was saying with Johnny was we like my biggest dream is like all my supporters in the Discord and all that stuff, and some of the old guard of Aresia. If I could wave a magic wand, money wasn't an issue. None of that was an issue. Bopped everything. I bopped everything. And it all happened. Everyone in the Discord, everyone who supports the channel and whatnot, who watches the channel frequently, would all be able to go to Aresia and have fun, and Johnny Zed would be spinning. That would be my like, my dream, my dream. Commissar Khan. I would love to do that. That would be such a cool thing. Here's the problem. Uh, Games Workshop would be going after me like a hound. Like the commissar, the word isn't what's it called? Isn't trademarked, but definitely the outfit that I'd be wearing is. And GW loves to be litigious. But I'll be right back with my tea. could just have it a con within a con. Just well, I actually technically, okay. So for those of you that don't know, Arisia is happening right now. It started on Friday. Technically started Thursday night, going into Friday morning. Going now, it's the second day of Arisia. It's Saturday. It's the big convention dance. Me and Johnny, in a in a past lifetime would be together dancing and having a good time and all that stuff, and it'd be really fun. Um, I didn't know about Arisia Boston. Well, yeah. So it's like the oldest. It's the oldest convention in, or one of the oldest conventions in. Um, if they could get away with the Sith debutante ball at Arisia, George Lucas is as litigious as Games Workshop. I'm sure. Oh yeah, no, of course. Um, uh, but I think they got away with it because it was held by a bunch of members of the 501st and the Rebel Legion. I think that's how they got away with it. Um, uh, so it was a 501st sponsored event with Aresia. But anyway, so Aresia Boston Cambridge is that the one? Well, it depends. It depends on where it's held. So if it's across the Charles River, it's in Cambridge. Um, or sorry, if it doesn't cross the Charles River, it's in Boston. If it's across the Charles River, it's in Cambridge. Most of the time, I want to say it's in Cambridge. Um, because I think the Hyatt's in Cambridge. The one that my buddy Dave's in. I think the one like Boston, Cambridge are the same. I call it Boston. Although a true Massachusettsian would know the difference. But yes, um, but it's the second old. Yes, it's the second oldest fan run in Boston, if I recall. BosCon is slightly older, and yes, BosCon is slightly older. Um, just checking their website, aresia.org. Yeah, and the location has shifted over the years. Yes, it has. I'd love to go next year. I would love to go next year too. The problem is I might be deployed. Might be deployed, may not. Who knows? Um, if I can get away with it. The other thing is that it's right next to my daughter's birthday, so I can't be spending a whole lot of money. I gotta focus on my daughter, which is more important, far more important. But yes, I basically resigned myself to knowing that I'm never going to be able to take the amount of leave that I want to in order to prep and celebrate for Arisha, which is okay. But yeah, it's a fun convention. It was it as my beautiful nostalgic memory. It was a pretty damn good convention. I think it still can be with the right people. Johnny being one of them, and all of my lovely supporters and people who watch the stream and all that stuff. Come, yes, me this riddle with beeps, pipes, and fiddle. What's hotter than mustard and milder than cream? What best wets your whistle? What's clearer than crystal? What's sweeter than honey and stronger than steam? Gonna make the game walk, gonna make the numb talk. They have a band and orchestra. Yes, they do. So a lot of so the thing that kind of makes Aresia really fucking cool is they bring in a bunch of local talent.
Um, it had its warts, but the community was absolutely amazing. I have no clue these days, but there's a reason. It was my fandom home for the better part of 2 decades. Okay, well, we'll have to look into playing the horn if they want me. So yeah, so the reason why, and yes, Arisia definitely did have its warts, and there was they have a lot of live events, music theater like that. Yep, absolutely. And Arisia definitely did have its warts, and I wish, and I hope that those dark days are behind it, and that it can recover. Um, it kind of sounds like it's still limping along a little bit, and there's a lot of drama I could get into, but I want to, as I have said before, I want to remember Arisia as it was, not as it has been. Um, because like it's such a good experience. It really is. I had fun. My childhood and a lot of my formative nerddom years was formed on the dance floor at Arisia. Um, and the masquerades and all that stuff. Like I was the number, like whenever we went to a convention, me and my buddies, whenever we went to the convention, I was the number one administrative officer. I thought of everything. I was the supply officer. I made sure that everyone was going to where they were supposed to go. We had scheduled mandatory, like, hey, everyone breaks, everyone eats together, all that stuff, and then we could go off and do our own things, and then hey, make sure you guys hit the showers at some point, yada yada yada. I was definitely like I didn't have the disposable income to like pay for everybody or all that stuff, but I definitely was the guy that was like, no, we got to do this, 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 and this, and I make sure that you guys like this, and I'm pretty sure you would like this, and yada yada yada. It was really fun. I was the logistics administration officer for a lot of the con planning, and it was fun. It was really fun. Made sure everyone eats, sleeps, and showers. Yep. Yeah, and the thing about a con is that there is an actual con rule. It's one, two, six. So one shower every 24 hours, unless you're really active, and then it's two showers every 24 hours. Two meals within a 24-hour period, and at least 6 hours of sleep. And that's how you did it. Sometimes you push it to 8 because if you knew you were going to be really active the next day. And then if you shared a room, standard etiquette and protocol procedures were in place of appropriate, colloquially approved do not disturb signs. Normally a tie, in my case, at the door. That is when you knew the young and very single commissar, cadet commissar Hecht, was busy. You really don't want to follow my example, then. Well, I mean that was the standard I set for my group. I still remember Dennis giving me the firm but gentle, "What the fuck are you doing with the security radio on, walking the halls? You just finished an 8 hour dance." Ah, Dennis. Oh, may the heavens keep that man in a very special place. If there ever was an afterlife, I wouldn't be surprised if he was liaisoning with with the main management of the afterlife. Oh man. In my defense, I was covering an hour four before the morning shift came online. Yeah, the morning security crew definitely dragged their ass a couple of times. I did notice that. I'm like, hey, you guys were supposed to be here at 6 o'clock. What the fuck? The patron saint of Aresia at this point. Yeah. So that's nowhere uh, near where you are now. Yes, yes, 100%. It's nowhere near where I'm at right now. I am in California, and the state is currently on fire. Plus, if I really, really, really want to get back into cosplaying and making the cosplay stuff, I have nothing. I have nothing of my cosplay making stuff. I don't have a sewing machine. I don't have. I mean, I could sew a kit, but I did that once, sewing a costume by hand. Never again. Great experience. Never again. Um, Plus, I suck at sewing. I would want to update a lot of the cosplays that I have. Like my Commissar's cosplay, I'd want to get like a 3D printer and make 3D printed medals. Um, I'd want to get a 3D printer and make like an actual power sword and plasma pistol and all that stuff. Um, or a bolt pistol. I mean, bolt or plasma pistol would be great. Holsters for them. So like when I'm walking around and I'm not posing and I want my hands free, I can just holster. Um, you know, uh, a belt to carry them all that would sit right. Like I'd want to make things proper. I really would. Um, and unfortunately, I can't because I don't have the time. Which is why I think the only time I would be able to go back into cosplay is when I'm retired. 3D printing is a hobby unto itself. Be warned. I know, but I've seen there's a pretty huge learning curve. I know, but I've seen so many good cosplays because people 3D print stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, if I had the time to learn. I mean, it's either that or I just shovel out ungodly amounts of money to a seamstress and a prop maker, um, which is fine. Like, I don't poo-poo people who buy their cosplays because they don't have the time or maybe they're not as creatively inclined as some people would. Like, I don't poo-poo people for that. Um, I just I want to be able to like walk in with everything. Um, uh, what would you comment? I would cosplay as my commissar. I think I've got pictures of it. Hold on. I'm just giving you the caveat emptor. Oh no, 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 and I appreciate you. You're such a dear. I appreciate you. Hold on. I think I actually have the. Well, if you guys don't have never seen the cosplay, I thought I had it on my Instagram, but I'll upload it to Discord real quick. In honor of Aresia. I still remember a very stage conscious young commissar getting ready for his first uh, a masquerade, rousing reading of the infantryman's uplifting primer. Oh, I actually still have that picture. I don't have the I I don't have the video because I don't know where the video went. But oh my lord, I still have that. I still have the 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 picture of it. If I can find it. Yeah, baby. I was in the audience for that. Well, if I remember correctly, you were the one who found the particular music that I was looking for, or managed to pull it from my iPod, and it just worked. Ah, all right, it's up in the Discord. It's in the community Vox and Picked one. All right. Memories. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So the most, I mean, these ones are the most current, right? The one with me in all black was the most current. The blue was the one that I debuted for Regia. Um, but yeah, I miss it so. I miss being able to cosplay. And I'd love the girls to get into it because it'd be, I think that they would have fun too. Do you have any of the stuff? Do you have any of the stuff in here? Oh no, like, all right, I have. Hold on, I'll show you the other cosplays too. I think the only thing I don't have is my Psychop cosplay, which is kind of upsetting because they don't make that one anymore. They don't make the symbols for those anymore. Let's see. So I have my Jedi outfit, and it's Clone Wars era, I think, if I remember correctly. Might be New Republic. I can't remember. And then I have my Rebel costume, my Star Wars X-wing pilot. I think if people have seen the X-wing pilot costume, they had to have. They had to have because like I did that one. Buddha, Kyoto. Hold on. Oh, yeah, yeah. And there's that one. There you go. Those are the ones that I've got. Those are the ones that I have for certain. Got those ones. Older cosplays would be my Imperial Stormtrooper one. Don't know if I have that one anymore. Don't know if I have that one saved in my phone. It's on my Facebook, like my actual Facebook. See if I can't pull that one up. Don't know if I have that one. Hold on. Should be in albums. it's in '09. I want to say it's in '09. That was part one. Part two. Part three. Maybe it was part three. Yeah, there we go. This was my stormtrooper's outfit for the Kazarkin. There we go. And the Psychop one, that was just me in a black dress shirt and black pants and a black turtleneck with the side badge on it with my gloves. That was about it. All right. So those were the. Oh man, I have so many. I have so many. So, but those were the outfits I picked. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can find any more. I don't think so. I think I got a good picture of you. Hold on. I got a good picture of you, Johnny. Hold on. Hold on. I was diligent with the camera. Oh, that one's a little blurry. Yeah, I'll still post it. Actually, no. There we go. I was '07 when I did the masquerade. There were so many good costumes. Yeah, there's a good one of you. I wish I had it in a better like better graphics wise, but yeah, that was a good one. I'll put it in the community Vox, unless you don't want me to. Just give me the thumbs up if you do. There's a YouTube video of it. There's a YouTube video of that dance, I think. There we go. There's I think there's a few YouTube videos. Hold on, I think I have it. I'll just link it in. I'll link it in the Discord. Oh, let's see if I can't find it. Oh, get out of here. Cheap viewers on this website. Buy them, please. Let me hit you with the ban. Seductive loneliness. Guess what, seductive loneliness? I don't need that Slaneshi shit in my stream. Enjoy the banhammer, heretic. I had to do 3 costume changes that night because I was drenched in sweat afterwards. Hold on, let me see if I can't find. Playlist. I think it's in favorites. I want to say it's in favorites. Oh no! 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 That was no good. I do not need that in my life. There's that one. I thought there was a. Yeah, there's this one. I'll throw that one in the Vox Pick chat. Yeah, 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 yeah. I saved that one. That one's the one I was talking about. But there was another one. I think there was like the Eresia Sith. That was 2010. Yeah, I did. I did. We were. Oh, there's the club dance one. This was in '07. Ah, got it. Found it. Okay. Put it up in the Discord. The thumbnail. You should pick out the thumbnail. There were a few. Oh, yes. Ah, Regia. It was so fun. So fun. And I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to return. I may not return as the conquering hero or whatnot, but it would be glorious. The peanut butter time was one of the requested songs for the event host. I never found out why. I'm assuming it was way well before Robot Chicken and Family Guy did the Star Wars spoof riff. Um, so I don't know. I think it was just like energetic enough to get everyone going. Either that or he was directly for the meme, which is, it worked either way. I think my favorite moment of the Sith ball uh was the Emperor and Vader doing the putting on the Ritz for me. Yeah, no, every single time I hear it, every single time I hear it, I go back to that moment. See the link in the Discord. Yeah. By the way, if you guys are kind of missing out on what we're reminiscing about, it's all in the Discord. So join the Discord, folks. Join the Discord. Here, let's just do that real quick. And if you're watching on YouTube, all my YouTube videos have a Discord link as in below as well. Yeah, I loved going to conventions because it was like kindred spirits. Like you could just be completely and totally down with whatever. Um, I always refer to them as, you know, it's an open air party, or sorry, it's an open air party with 4,000 of your closest friends that you never see except once a year. And they had everything. They had open one shot role playing games. They had Blood Bowl. They had Warhammer Fantasy Battles. They had Warhammer 40K. There was a chess tournament and a pretty high stakes chess tournament. Like people were trying to compete at the national level. The people you see once a year, but they were still family. Yeah, it really was. It really was. Um, you had um, you had other tabletop games that you never knew. I mean, I didn't know there was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer RPG. Never knew. Was able to sit down at a table and watch some people play Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I sat down and played all kinds of versions of Dungeons and Dragons. I played, I think, this was before Pathfinder came out, but I played other versions that were similar to Dungeons and Dragons, had different mechanics. I played Call of Cthulhu. I did Vampire Masquerade. But that was instead of dice and whatnot, you actually acted out your character and whatnot. It was fantastic. It was just an amazing experience to say the least. Fact that Camilla LARP Group was the original sponsor of Arisia Saturday Night Dance. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Well, fairly interesting. And there were like boffer tournaments and LARPing groups and all that stuff. I mean, you could quite literally have everything. I think, shit, I think there was even Magic the Gathering, like other card games around too. Other war game card games around too that like people would play at. I think one of the major circuits in Boston would run through Aresia at one point, like competition wise. Well, definitely Pokemon. There was definitely a Pokemon competition circuit that ran through Aresia because it was kind of funny. I was getting out of high school and I'm like, what are all these kids doing here? Don't you have school or something? Like it was like a Friday night or like about to be Sunday night, and like there were still all these kids playing Pokemon games. It was fun. Like it was an all age con. It was really fun. this plasma gun as well. I really don't want to have to do two double weapons, but maybe I'll be forced to. In which case, you know. Rather paint them now and have to glue them on. Grim Leahy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Praise the Emperor. There was a little bit of everything at Aresia: fandoms, gaming, art, cosplay, dances, performances, participatory, even fancy balls, theater. It was really open to everything. It really was. As a matter of fact, I think it was the Saturday night, I think it was like the 2009 Saturday night dance, right before I joined the Air Force, that a whole bunch of like college kids tried to crash the party and like crash the dance. And then they all realized, oh, these guys are partying harder than we are. It was amazing. It was amazing. The realization on their face of, oh my god, these nerds. Holy shit. Though my favorite story. No, go ahead, regale me with your favorite story. Oh yeah, you did tell me about this. I think I was gone. I think I left. I think I was in the Air Force when this happened. So, uh, if people are not on YouTube, he's telling the story on YouTube, but I'll read it once he's done with the entire story. And Grim Leahy, what brings you to the stream? And then I'll read the rest of it. Castillo Typhoon, greetings, greetings. Welcome. How are you? All right, so the story of Aresia, Johnny's favorite story for Aresia, is the cast of Riverdance happened to book at the same time at Aresia at the hotel. I don't know if it was the Hyatt. I think it might have been the Park Plaza. Um, and people were complaining that they were causing a nuisance for themselves at the room parties. That's the story, right? Good fingers are tied for writing a bunch of Warhammer 40k stuff. Well, you are more than welcome to rest your you are more than welcome to rest your fingers and enjoy a 40k stream while I am regaling about old conventions that are really fun if you ever get a chance to watch or a chance to join them and all that stuff and whatnot. It was at the Park Plaza, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So the cast of Verdance was at the Park Plaza. So was Aresia. They were making nuisance. They were making themselves a nuisance at the room parties. So the management of the convention struck a deal with the people um, uh, the people at Riverdance, and they said, "Look, if we comp you membership and abide by the terms and conditions, they can do a short performance during the dance, the main dance that Johnny Zed was spinning." Um, and so at the middle of the dance, we broke out into a river dance performance. And so that was his favorite story from Aresia. Anyway, I have a full bag of carrots in my freezer sitting on my hands. Well, you can rest your hands and enjoy it, and enjoy the company that is while I'm painting Imperial Guard, batch painting Imperial Guard. Hopefully, I finish tonight. I really want to finish tonight, right before the new Guard Codex comes out. And what were you writing for 40K? Custom chapter of Space Marines. Ah, excellent, 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 excellent. It's always good to build your own Watchers of the Night. Oh, okay, all right. Assuming they were inspired by either the Night's Watch of Game of Thrones or something similar, some sort of ancient order of vigil keeping knights. Oh, Night Stalkers. Yes, yes, yes. The Night Stalkers. I'm very familiar with that special forces group. Not that I was a part of it, but I am familiar with their history. They're Raven Guard success trapper that just works like the U.S. military. Okay, all right. Interesting, interesting. Um, yeah, no, that's a very interesting kind of design. I would not, in my opinion, they actually have tactics that everyone wears helmets. Yeah, wears helmets. Yep, yep. I get it. I get it. So in my opinion, I wouldn't think that the Raven Guard acted like U.S. military, because U.S. military, you know, the entirety of the Department of Defense operates with a total war doctrine when it comes to battle space dominance. Um, I see the Raven Guard anti as like either anti-insurgency or insurgency operations doctrine. Coin flip between the Raven Guard and the Imperial Fists. No, look, I'm not trashing you. I'm just saying, like, as a guy that's in the Department of Defense, in the Air Force and whatnot, um, a majority of battle doctrine is what's called battlefield supremacy, and like the whole goal of, if ever the Department of Defense was assigned a war zone, is area supremacy, area control, area denial, and all that stuff. Um, Plus, I really like the Raven Guard. No, a very valid loyalist chapter. I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying, um, if you wanted to truly mirror the U.S. military, it would be battle space dominance, not like battle space asymmetric warfare slash counterinsurgency slash insurgency tactics. Yes, special operations does do that, but the reason, but they, because of power projection from the United States Air Force, the military overall, like the ground forces of the United States military overall, enjoy that battle space dominance. That is like their main doctrine when we go to war. So there you go, some free United States War College education right there. But I mean, that's like common knowledge as well. So take that with what you will. But a great idea. A great idea. Raven Guard certainly would fit into special operations. I think that if you were to do it a little differently, I think it would be. Yeah, they also have a 40K version of the Thunder Screech. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But yeah, not. I never hate on someone's homebrew. I always like to help them refine the homebrew so that way. Hey Tim, what's that angry plane noises? Yeah, I never hate on anyone's homebrew. I always enjoy helping refine it because if they want to mirror something that's real life, it should make sense. It should be organic as best as possible. Unless they don't want it to make sense, in which case it's like, hey, no, that's totally fine too. And I support that. I'm an equal opportunity supporter in things that are grounded in reality and history and things that are just batshit crazy. Uh, they hate their Primarch because in the lore they see him as a heretic, but we don't know if Corvus Corax is a warp demon. We don't know. I have an irrational fear of birds. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay to have a phobia. You're not you know you're not you're not weird for having a phobia. But we do not know if Corvus Corax is an actual demonic Primarch. We don't know. I Because the only evidence that he became a demonic entity or a warp-born entity is that one short story where he's hunting down word bearers in the warp as they're preparing for some sort of warp ritual. That's it. That's the only that one particular short story is the only short story that we have of Corvus Corax being just an absolute fucking unit. Um, he needs a damn model. A lot of the loyalist Primarchs need to come back too. They need to come back. We have 4 traitors and only 2 loyalists. Kind of need to even out the playing field a little bit. Um, if I had my guesses, it would probably be Vulcan next, and I thought the running theory was Blood Ravens were loyalists Thousand Sun. No. No. They just like to steal. Probably have some loyalists Thousand Sun with how much crap they steal. Yeah, no. The Blood Ravens don't have a Primarch because, or their quote unquote hidden Primarch because the Inquisition is watching them so carefully that they like we don't know. Plus, if they were uh, loyalist Thousand Sons, their main chapter librarian did not do them any favors by turning traitor to chaos and worshiping corn. So I don't cough cough second and no, I don't want the second and the 11th Primarch to enter the chat. Let them be dead. They are dead. They are dead. They are dead. Malkador has their skulls affixed to his chair, or used to have his skulls affixed to his chair. Um, I don't leave the unnamed legions alone. Leave them alone. Uh, that is the one thing I ask Games Workshop is not to describe the 11th and second Legion. Just don't. Keep them a mystery, because then that gives people the ability to hint that their chapter or whatever is based off of them. And that's fine. I don't want there to be an explanation. Because, and I say this with love, people forget that not everything has to be explained. There's things do need to be explained in story writing if necessary, but if you're a good writer and you're providing people with in-world answers, plausible in-world answers, um, then you don't have to. Then you don't have to give them answers for some stuff that shows up. Do you know the name of at least one of the Primarchs is missing is known, right? Is it known? Because I think the last time someone tried to speak it, which I believe was Horus, Malkador force choked the shit out of him and said, "I will unmake you." Am I making cookies at 2 a.m.? Am my wife going to strangle me in the morning? Yes. Do I care? Nope. Well, please don't. No spousal abuse. No spousal straggling over cookies in the chat, please. I'll just give her a cookie and calm her down. Oh, yes, dear. Oh, I gotta be quiet now. The Mrs. Commissar gave me my edict. I have to be quiet. And we do not want to disappoint the Mrs. Commissar. I married the Cookie Monster off of Sesame Street. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't want the second and the 11th to be just to be found out. I don't want them to be described. I want them to be amorphous. That because that gives a little bit more mystery. Not everything has to be described in a story. Now, a good story will leave mysteries, or sorry, a good story will describe certain mysteries, but and will lead will explain mysteries and all that stuff, but and a crap story will do the whole um, lazy J.J. Abrams. Oh, what's inside the box is more mysterious, is more entertaining than what's outside. Like the whole mystery box theory. I don't like the mystery box theory. Um, so the guy who wrote the Malkador Fos Harris bit was also a part of the testing for the rules for the Horus Heresy edition. Oh, and he was the one who talked about it. A part of the internal playtest was all GW and Black Library folks. But it was never officially the name was never officially sanctioned or canonized, correct? Like this all just came out of like, dude, I heard the dude who made the who wrote the book who made this and whatnot. The campaign had a set in the Great Crusade era, as I recalled. But that's what I'm saying is like it's not set in stone, set in stone, is it? It's not considered canonized. And I say this knowing full well that, GW doesn't really give a shit about canon if it can sell plastic. By the way, we're at 10 viewers, so hello, hello, hello. Well, that's where it becomes a bit hazy now as to how official it gets. Yeah, see. See that, and that's where my concern is that like it's not that I don't like what's called I don't like to what's called so we're at 10 people, so let's say hello to some folks. It's part of the pacification campaign. Yeah, anything to make money. So let's see. Johnny. So let's see. Colorless King. Hello. Castillo Typhoon. Hello. Um, Tehama or Tahama. Hello. I'd love to have some idea of how they were. Anything to make more money. Again, I'm not. I am not. What's the word? Maybe like their what their chapter might have done. Again, I am not against. I'm not against explaining things if they need to be explained or have the mystery. And the Primarchs was of the 11th was named. There is even Codex quality artwork of him. Oh, okay. But that's what I'm saying is like I want it to maintain a mystery. I don't mind if mysteries sooner or later do get solved, but some things in Games Workshop needs to stay as a mystery. Like we don't know what the Rangden looked like. Okay. Uh I just kind of want that to be a mystery. Um we don't know necessarily if like the Harud are actual like the are like either fully Skaven or Skaven-like race, or they're humans that are fleeing back from from a time in the far future, and because of their time dilation and all that stuff, they decay everything, right? I don't want stuff that should be left as like the eldritch mystery that it is to be explained. That's what I don't want. Because 40K is supposed to be grim dark and it's supposed to be like horrors beyond your imagination kind of a deal. There should never be a moment. So there's the semi-canonical naming of the Primarch, if not the name of his legion. Oh, okay. And the background of the lore campaign. Holy crap, yeah. Were written by Graham McNeil. No, again, you know, I, if it was written by, even if it was written by a no-named that was hired by GW, that's technically canonical. But what I'm saying is that some things should never be explained, like emphatically. Supported by GW. Just did some Googling. Look up the pacification of Gudrun. Okay. Oh man. It's one of those things uh, it's one of those things GW won't admit to outside their walls. Might retcon, but GW Black Library staff planned uh, that played through that campaign. It was canon. Again, I'm not arguing that they did it, and I'm certainly not arguing that if they played it, it's like semi-canonical. I don't I really don't want there to be like I hope that it stays a mystery. I really do. I hope that it fully stays a mystery, and that GW is like, oh, we're gonna just backtrack and leave these two nameless amorphous legions as the guys that got their shit kicked in by the Custodes and Malgador because they offended the Emperor so much. Like, oh, what happened? Well, we don't know, but the emperor was pretty pissed. That kind of a deal. All right, let me get some tea. Let me drink, and then I'm gonna go back to jamming on some tunes on this Arisia night. Some myths and legends should remain myths and legends. Yep, 100%. 100%. Given the topic of myths and legends, I suggest Albany Park's All Myths Are True. It's a good stream. Uh, Recommendation. I know you can't stream it, but it's a fitting choice. Oh no, 100%. I'll take a look at it. Anything that you recommend that's lyrical, I'm going to support. Like I said, I can't stream it, but I will definitely support it. And I take your suggestions at the true weight that it is, and that is in the sterling of imperial credits. I don't know if I'm that big of an authority. I just like that track enough to suggest it. Well, I have said this before. I trust you implicitly with some things. I DM'd you the link on Discord. Okay, all right. Joker Bravo, how are you? And what is blowing your mind, good sir? Oh, well, well, I can't really talk about that, but I hope you have a very, very calming trip. And I hope that you are somewhere safe and where you don't have to drive anywhere and you are doing it in a safe and controlled manner. That's as all as I can say. So it's legit and I'm home. Okay, all right, good. Good. As long as you are doing it within the bounds of I'm not look, I'm not trying to chastise you. I just remember you got to remember I am, I can't allow certain things in the chat. That being one of them. Oh, I'll be right back. I got tea. Would I play against your Titan? Depending on the Titan. I'm not gonna. Why do we have poor network connection? Hold on. 1 minute. Why do we have poor network connection? Hold on. Why? What's going on here? Yeah, we're rocking. We're rocking pretty good. So what is going on with the bit rate? Why are we? Did I need to refresh everything? I really hope not. Let's let's take a look. See if that. Okay, excellent. All right, just a hiccup. Just a hiccup. It depends on the Titan, but realistically, no. Stable. Okay. All right. Live. No delay. All right. Okay. I was a little worried there for a second. Just a little worried there for a second. I hate it when I get an alert like that, because it could mean multiple things. It could mean the stream is about to crash, or it could mean that my internet is about to crash, or something to that extent. So like I got to troubleshoot it. But yeah, it depends on the Titan, because there might be like if I'm going up against a Warlord Titan, I might have enough of an army to take it out, or I don't have anything. You know. So it really does depend on the Titan that you're talking about. Because no offense, if it's something massive, call me Alexander Graham Bell, because I'm gonna phone it in. Sorry, just double checking on something. Handle alert. I think it was another lag spike. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me again. That would suck. It's a hive. You mean a bio titan? A bio titan, not a hive tyrant? Because if it was a hive tyrant, I mean, yeah, my army could, a good dedicated squad of stormtroopers can take care of that. But if it's a bio titan, um, I think I'd be able to handle it. I don't know. That's an interesting tactical exercise. Thought, though, you could put together an army list that's capable of taking a Titan. That's a good challenge. Well, it'd be mostly Lehman Russ tanks. There'd be very little in the way of infantry unless I managed to bio. Okay, all right. Hive Tyrant's different than a Bio Titan. Um, it'd be mostly tanks. There'd be very little in the way of infantry because it's not warlord class, right? It's not a warlord class Titan. A warlord class Titan, um, I mean, it's got several weapons that can just delete everything on the field, quite literally. And we have an ad break coming in about 5 seconds. Oh, all right, be back in 7 seconds. All right, and we're back. So, um, it's not arrogance. It's kind of the knowledge of the model. As far as I remember, Biotitans don't have a vortex grenade, insta kill or vortex missile insta kill warp weapon that some Warlord Titans are capable of having. Um, yeah, and the reason why I say that is because if they did, they would be a hell of a lot more expensive than they already are. Um, and a Biotitan normally does not necessarily go toe to toe with a Warlord, not by itself. So that's why I think I would have confidence, because if you are struggling with a Warlord Titan, you're not as tough as a Warlord Titan. Like it's easier for you to take down. Um, and the army that would be facing your Bio Titan would be primarily tanks, and maybe I use some drop troops if the Bio Titan came with like Tyranid to fight outside of the tanks, but it would, in my humble opinion, it would be a majority of in place or in placed artillery. Um, that would be doing the majority of the fighting. I think that would be the case. Oh, gotta make sure I did all the green, but I think I did. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to silvers. And I do need my drink, my tea. Biotitans are on par with Reaver class Titans. I thought. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I looked their stat sheet. Biotitans, and I had my tea out there in the kitchen. And then I had to go to the bathroom, so it was like a 2-for-1 deal. Anyway, Biotitans are considered Reaver, but they are not considered, or at least the ones on the tabletop. Biotitans are considered Reaver class, not Warlord class, not Imperator class. Now there are Biotitans that do reach that, but the ones that GW have made for the tabletop, I think they're Reaver class, and Reaver class Titans are, I think, just over 2,000 points or something like that, or maybe under 2,000 points, which means that it's more manageable than a Warlord, because a Warlord is, I think, over 3,000 or 4,000 points. Playing Dark Tide. Yeah, look, I want to play other games right now, but I need to finish these. I need to finish these Guardsmen. I really do. It's getting to the point where my mind's itching that I've been working on these particular Guardsmen for quite a while. So, and as a matter of fact, I really want to play Sons of the Forest, because that was an experience and that was fun. Oh, that's what I'm playing. No, I know that's what you're playing. I'm just saying in general. Oh, I think I made a mistake. 95. Well, we're gonna look up what plastic 95 is real quick. I think I made a boo boo. I don't like the fact that I think I made a boo boo. Oh, my ear. Ah, so it's pointed downwards. I don't like it. So now I can't do Trader Guard. Um, it's not that you can't do Trader Guard. It's the fact that um, it's the fact that Guardsmen. I'm gonna change that up a bit. So we'll still be able to use it. It's the fact that uh, the Guard now kind of have been restructured. I don't know if it was for the better, but when I do the codex review, that's when we'll have a conversation about it. Because I think the Trader Guard won't be necessarily changed with these new additions to the Guardsmen, but I think that if they do change, it'll be structural. It won't be what they fulfill. Okay, I'm gonna listen to some more music real quick. I gotta pump myself up. We're in the home stretch. Just now painting some final details and adding skin to the hands, and then we're gluing. All right. Lots of silver coming up. Shiny. Yep, shiny, shiny. The hat's on fire. hold on, hold on. So did you notice that one of the teases from the GW Chimera is further down the road is the codex that looks like Salamander Terminator? I wonder if they're teasing the return to Vulcan. Odds are on Russ coming back and the Wolves being featured heavily in GW promo this edition. It'd be nice. So okay, this is kind of where my thoughts are on the return of the Primarchs. We have the four Chaos Gods, major champions. We have Slaanesh, we have Zeech, we have Nurgle, and we have Khorne. So we have the Lion, we have Guilliman. It would technically make sense to have Leman Russ come back, because then you would have like then you would have like a foil against Magnus. But as far as like that third loyalist Primarch or fourth loyalist Primarch, Vulcan would make the most amount of sense because he's a perpetual and he would come back at some point. Um, but like maybe actually I think Vulcan would probably make the most amount of sense because he would basically avenge Ferrus Manus um, against Fulgrim. But like another Primarch could fit just as well. Um, like the Khan, Jagatai Khan would definitely be a fit um, for Fulgrim. The problem is that like Gilliman has beef with three of the big trader Primarchs, which is Mortarion, um, Fulgrim, and Logar. Those are like the three major Primarchs. Um, but I wonder if they would bring them back both back in a single edition. Probably not. Probably not. They already introduced two Primarchs, which was the Lion and um, Fulgrim. I mean, I guess the Lion was ninth edition, but still. Um, yeah, I think the Lion was ninth edition, but um, it was pretty close. Like the Lion being reintroduced in ninth was pretty close. So, like again, this is kind of where my head's at. Is that like, all right, you've got four major Primarchs. As an Iron Hands player cries bitter tears. Yeah, I know, but that's the thing is like you've got four major Primarchs. The problem is that one of the loyalist Primarchs has beef with three out of the or technically two out of the three traders that are currently you can currently field on the battlefield, which is he has beef with Fulgrim, you know, and he has beef with Mortarion because of the Plague War. Um, I don't think he ran into Angron yet. I think Angron's in the Noctis Eterna, or the Imperium Secundus, the Dark Imperium side of the house. So that's why the Lion and Angron are kind of butting heads, no pun intended. Um, but as far as like if they bring back another Primarch and it's not a loyalist, Russ would make the most amount of sense because now you have somebody that 100% like if 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 Magnus knew that Russ was back, Magnus would, I mean, it would make his ass itch so much that he would just gun. Just it would be full pedal to the metal, just gun for Lehman Russ. But um, as far as like another as far as another Primarch, um, a loyalist one, Russ would make sense. Vulcan would, but we don't have like an opposite number for Vulcan because Conrad Kurz is dead. Um, so I don't know. They kind of have to bring back more loyalist Pomax, though. If they do, they have to have give them a full codex to go with it. Yeah, and that's the other problem with um, bringing back the Primarchs is that unlike the Trader Marines, where there is definite variation between the traders, um, where their armies are dynamic enough to where you can justify giving them that full time in the sun for their faction. Unlike the Trader Primarchs, it's just another paint palette swap for Space Marines. It really is. Like it doesn't matter if it's the Wolf. It doesn't matter if it's Lehman Russ or Vulcan. It's just an upgrade sprue and a paint change for the Chaos, I mean, for the Loyalists. At least with the Chaos Marines, they're different enough in sculpt and in build and design to where you can. They're still Chaos Space Marines, and they still have their Chaos Cultists, and they're still considered traitor. But it's they're different enough to sell them as a different faction completely, and they have different mechanics and yada yada and all that stuff. So, um, excuse me. So as far as loyalist Marines, I mean, yes, um, the Space Wolves are slightly different, a little bit more different than your standard generic, Space Marine Bobby. But it's not a whole other faction. Space Marine players are going to bitch because Chaos has four and they only have two. I mean, they're going to bitch regardless. They're going to bitch regardless. I'm surprised they're not bitching now about how absolutely amazing the noise marines are and all that stuff, and the amount of punishment that the noise marines can push out. So people are gonna complain. Oh, excuse me. People are gonna complain. You just have to like ignore it for the most part. Oh yeah. Whew. Oh, good lord. Therein lies the problem. Space Marines are more than overrepresented already, but they also make GW more money than the rest of the factions combined. Yeah, and that's the thing. Is that it's like if they really want to set up Horus Heresy 2 Electric Boogaloo, um, then quoth my local GW manager. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, if they want to set up Horus Heresy 2 Electric Boogaloo and they want to build it up all the way to this grand finale for 40K before they move on to the next version of it, 10 years down the line or 11 years down the line when they drop frickin' 15th edition or 20th edition, right? Or 16th edition, however long they take to make the story, it's, you know, in my opinion, uh, they would have to bring back all of the loyalists and then all of the traitors, and it would be like super saturated at that point. Super saturated. Will you be streaming the the Emperor wakes up? I mean, I don't. You want to talk about some tinfoil theory crafting real quick? So let me answer your question. I will be. We will be talking about the Krieg, the Deathcore of Krieg box. It will be on Monday though, because Sunday next this upcoming Sunday, I have a sleep study. Um, that I must do. For those of you who don't know, I suffer from insomnia, and I probably suffer from a few other things too that affect my sleep greatly. And so I need to get that shit documented because when I retire, I want to be properly medically compensated for the stuff that I am suffering. And I cannot do that if it's not documented. But yeah, the Emperor waking up, that's a whole nother story. That's like, I mean, if you really want to get down to brass tacks, that's like a whole nother no bueno. Because, as I've alluded to in other streams, if the Emperor wakes up, my first compunction is to say which one. Because as everyone kind of as what it's been hinted at in several of the Black Library books, the Emperor is not doing so hot. He is a fractured mess of a psyche. Um, he is on like two different plane. He's on multiple different planes of existence. That's the GW's equivalent of the old world end times. Yeah, and I hope it never happens. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that the story is going to have to progress at some point. I mean, when Eighth Edition came out and they destroyed Cadia, everyone was up in arms about it. But the story hadn't moved since what? The Eye of Terror campaign was 2002, 2003, somewhere around that area. So the story hadn't moved for over 15 years. Because I think 8th edition came out in like 2016 or 17, something like that. 27, yeah, June 2017. So from 2000 and from 2002, 2003. Let's see, hold on a second. Eye of Terror campaign. Yeah, released June 2003 was the so for 14 years, June 2003 to June 2017, for 14 years it was a frozen conflict in all manner of the word. In every manner of the word, the Eye of Terror campaign was a frozen conflict for 14 years. So, you know, if you go based off of GW's track record, and another 14 years later, um, which would bring up, quick skills, quick maths. I agree with your assessment of which emperor, though. Oh yeah, no, 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 no. So let's see. 2017 plus 14 years brings it to 2031. So in 2031, if they go based off of their model, that edition, that year of release, this is my prediction, which will probably be wrong, but in 2031, that's when they will say it's Horus Heresy Electric Boogaloo Part 2. That's when they'll release everything. That's when the frozen conflict will that's when the story will progress even further and everybody's going to get more goodies. Um, so we'll see if I'm right in 6 years. I'll wrap it up one more time. So, my the grand irony is that the emperor believed that no gods exist is slowly becoming one, that they should have already died out. Oh, Cadians should have already died out. No, Cadia. There were a lot of Cadians out in the field. Yes. Well, so that's twofold. So one, there were a lot of Cadians not on Cadia, and then two, the Cadians that were not on Cadia were founded a new planet called New Cadia, and so um, yeah, they've established elsewhere and still identify as Cadians. Yeah, then they have a new planet called New Cadia that's close to the Eye of Terror, but not too close. Um, or now considered the Noctis Eterna, whatever it's called, the Great Rift. Or no, Cicatrix Maledictum. There we go. But anyway, what was I going to say? So here's my full prediction, right? Going based off of let me go to Commissar's journal because then I can actually look at you guys. So here's going based off of the evidence that we have right now. In June of 2003, the Eye of Terror campaign for the 13th Black Crusade was released. That was third edition. Um, the what I think, this is my prediction, what GW will do is they'll wait another 17 years until 2031 and move the story once again. Because, and the reason why I say that is from 2003 to 2017, that was 14 years where they didn't move the story at all of Cadia, Chaos, and everything about the Primarchs and all that stuff. It was only during, if I remember correctly, it was only during Seventh Edition and the Gathering Storm, where, or not Seventh Edition, but Eighth Edition during the Gathering Storm when they moved the story. So that was literally 17 years, or not 17, 14 years. So if it's that's why I think so. 2017, you add 14 years to that, you get 2031. So that's my prediction. They'll wait almost a full decade and a half before they move the storyline another giant leap. The 13th Black Crusade, which one? Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm talking about. is that like the 13th Black Crusade was introduced in the year 2003. That was the 13th Black Crusade. Was introduced in 2003. June 2003. 8th edition, where they destroy Cadia, was released June 2017. Frickin' uh that's frickin' 14 years. So if they go based off of the model that I'm predicting, they'll wait another 14 years, and it'll be June uh, 2031, 2031, and that'll be when they clean up everything. So in 6 years, again, I'm going to be wrong about this, but I'll be laughing if I predicted this right. In 6 years, they will have figured out a way to move the story even forward and announce everything that they want to move on. So that'll be for what? We're 2 cycles into 10th edition. So 11th, 12th. Hell, maybe 13th, depending on when they get released. You know, that's my prediction. That is my tinfoil hat prediction. And if I'm right, don't send the Inquisition, because that was just a wild ass guess. Zathras, at least there is symmetry. Yeah, at least there's symmetry. God damn it. But as far as like the Emperor returning, I say which one, because that man has been sitting on his throne, being force-fed Alpha Plus grade psychers for over 10,000 years. Um, and I have a very, very, very distinct feeling that it's not going to be the God Emperor that was interred on that throne. It's going to be the God Emperor that humanity has been like worshiping and venerating for over 10,000 years, and that the true God Emperor is not dead, but if there would probably be similar to where Magnus is shattered into shards. There'd probably be a shard of the true God Emperor kicking around somewhere. And then, of course, there's also the Dark King. So, depends on who you get. So there's that kind of spiciness to worry about. Yeah, so that's definitely be a wake up call. If that was the case, I would really laugh if my prediction comes true. That'd be funny. I'd be like, I'm gonna buy myself a lottery ticket. I was right about everything. No one can touch me. That would be hilarious. I'm still wondering what effect Dan Abnett has been on the setting, extending the Eisenhorn saga, going to have on the 40k universe. Honestly, expect a big shakeup. I just don't know what edition that'll drop in. Good question. I don't know what it would drop in either. I have no idea. I don't know. I would think that um, I would think that I would think he's influential to the story. I think Dan Abnett is probably like one of the more like core writers of Black Library. But I think GW Corporate is like moving the story at such a snail's pace because they don't want to screw up a good thing. That would be my best guess. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to theory craft like like everything that GW does and see if it's true. But at the same time, I think that corporate is taking it at a snail's pace for a clear and defined reason. But you can't fault them for. I mean, the Warhammer 40k IP is probably one of the most domineering IPs that has broken out into the mainstream recently, minus Dungeons and Dragons. Colorless King, how are you? I won't disagree with you, but Avnet has been pretty good with aligning with what GW Corporate wants. So I am wondering whether or not they're going to introduce this, going with the stuff he's introduced. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be silly of them to freezing currently. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you working? It's pretty cold this time of year. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're freezing. Just trying to find a. I got a notification, so I got to double check. I got to double check one thing. Because it didn't make sense. Got an alert saying that I had a stream drop, but it shows fine. Okay, probably just a hiccup. Alright. Okay. Just a hiccup. Hate it when that happens. I really do. It's like, oh, the stream is crashing. Bluff. Gotta go fix it real quick, and now there's no alert, and the stream says that it's fine. So it's just like, oh, okay. And I really thought I was going to be able to. I really didn't want to talk about Abnett's book, but Beckwin's book, but it's spoiler-tastic for folks that have not gotten that far. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, I want to talk about. Abnett's books. But for them to even get to the Beckwin series, they have to read the Eisenhorn series, then go to Ravener and read that series, then go back to Eisenhorn, read the Magos, and then go to the Beckwin series. Because if you don't read it in that order, you're going to be lost in the sauce. I'd love to talk about the Beckwin series. I really would, because it's just. I mean, Dan Abnett's just an amazing writer. He really is. He just makes such good, evocative characters. I mean, I'd love to talk about. I would love to talk about the Gaunt's Ghost series. But if people haven't read the Gaunt's Ghost series, I'd be spoiling a lot of things. I would actually be curious if the lion went on a pilgrimage. Like, if the lion ever goes on a pilgrimage to Terra, what he would think of the emperor, what he would think of his quote unquote father. Because so far, the only Primarch that has gone on a pilgrimage, or not a pilgrimage, but the only Primarch that has gone to see the emperor is Gilliman. So it would be very interesting to get the lion's take on what his thoughts were of his dear old papa. He'd probably be like, "Oh my God, we gotta pull the plug." He's like, "This is no way to live." Oh, someone is awake. Hold on. Be right back. Feeling good? No. Want to lay out here? All right. So, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to end it here because my youngest, or not my youngest, my eldest just came out and said that she is not feeling well. She says that her stomach's really bothering her and she feels like she has to, you know, excise and do a involuntary protein spill, to quote George Carlin. Um, so what I'm going to do is we're going to end it here. And I'm going to pull some dad duty because that's the right thing to do. And we will probably, I think we're going to take a break from painting. Just because we've been painting for literally like um, 3 days straight, and even though we got like a lot done, and I really want to finish these guardsmen. Oh my God, I want to finish these guardsmen. I need to. Hope she feels better. Take care, mate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, like I said, I think we're gonna end it here. Um, uh, I really want to finish these guardsmen. I really actually want to just put them together on stream so you guys can enjoy that process instead of just me painting sprues and all that stuff. I mean, I know you guys like the content I give anyway, and any progress is progress, but, I want to award you guys, actually like putting them together because you've been seeing them for damn near 6, 7 months. Um, so I think that's what we're gonna do, but we are gonna take a break. Uh, you need not to burn out. No, 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 no. It's not about burnout. It's about managing expectations. Right? I am not a quick painter. I am not a fast painter. I love painting. Um, and I love putting together models, and I love being able to refresh an army that is near and dear to my heart, and actually have the ability to do so. It's just it's not like the old Cadian models where it was like super not complex and super not, it was super simplistic, really easy to get a lot done. These models, the war gear is on the model, the detail is more intricate. There's stuff that I want to make sure that's on, that there's uniformity with the model because, it's the guard. The guard believe in uniformity and all that stuff. So, and I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. Um, so there is that. As far as the painting goes, I want to make sure that I get that done because once the codex comes out, hey, it's game on. Um, so that's my goal is to get as much done as possible. And then hopefully, with any luck, we'll play a few games. I'll be able to film some battle reports with the new guardsmen, and we'll definitely be going over the codex when I get it next weekend. Like I said, it'll be after the sleep study, so it'll be the Monday of. I'll do a Monday morning stream, and we'll talk about the guard codex. Um, and then February, we're going to take a little pause in streaming to celebrate my anniversary with my wife. And then after February, we'll kick back up on the streams and all that stuff. Hi, Quackamo. Well, I'm about to end it because my daughter is unfortunately getting sick. Or not getting sick, but she feels sick. So I'm going to be pulling dad. I'm going to be being Dadasar instead of Commissar. But yeah, she just came out. So I will see you guys in the next episode. We will finish these guardsmen soon. I think we'll just take a break because, and we'll do something else. We'll probably do some Dark Tide. We'll probably do some Space Marine 2. We'll probably do some Total War Warhammer, or I might just throw everything into spin and do Sons of the Forest if I can get people to do Sons of the Forest, because that'll be a hoot. Um, Hell, I gotta load into the game and make sure that all the buildings and stuff are still there. It's been, the game's been updating, but it's been a long time. The map might have changed, which that'll be fine. Pass along wishes to get better. Go be Datasar. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. My name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. And for those of you that are watching in Boston and all that stuff, happy Aresia.